Tactical RPGs are easily one of my favorite game genres. I mean, there's just something about that perfect mix of brainy, turn-based strategy and deep character progression that just keeps me hooked for hours. Honestly, there are so many amazing games that I wish I could cram into this list, but for today, we're just focusing on my personal favorites. Now, fair warning, I do tend to change my list depending on the day. I mean, ask me this same question tomorrow and a couple of these games might be swapped out. Some of them I've also only just recently played through, and I'm still buzzing about them, so I really wanted to share them with you. Now, this isn't just about the big name hits. I've mixed in a few underrated gems that really do deserve way more attention. So, let's jump in and talk about the tactical RPGs that I can't stop thinking about. Tactical Breach Wizards. I recently played Tactical Breach Wizards, and honestly, I love this game so much. It's actually one of the main reasons I wanted to make this video. Imagine John Wick, but everyone's wearing robes, carrying magic staffs, and cracking sarcastic jokes. The gameplay is all about small, turn-based encounters in tight urban maps. I mean, think SWAT tactics, but with teleportation, mind control, and a bit of magical chaos. Each wizard has unique abilities that you can chain together for over-the-top combos, like shoving an enemy into a teammate's lightning blast or yanking someone straight out of cover. Every mission feels like a little tactical puzzle, and when you pull off a perfect breach, it's so satisfying. Mutant Year Zero: Road to Eden. Post-apocalypse, but make it tactical and weird. Mutant Year Zero: Road to Eden drops you into a crumbling, overgrown Earth where humans are gone. And anthropomorphic animals, like a crossbow-wielding duck and a boar with attitude, are scavenging for survival. It's a blend of real-time exploration and turn-based XCOM-style combat, but the twist is in the stealth. You sneak around in real time, setting up perfect ambushes before switching to tactical mode. The environments are loaded with atmosphere, abandoned gas stations, moss-covered highways, eerie campfires, and every fight feels like a desperate scrap for resources. The characters, though, are the real hook here. I mean, their banter and backstories give the game a lot of heart, and pretty good laughs. Arco. Here's my secret hidden gem game, Arco. Instead of rigid grids, the combat flows pretty naturally. Positioning feels almost like a dance, where every move counts. You'll wander through dusty villages, haunting ruins, and vibrant markets, meeting strange and memorable characters all along the way. The battles themselves feel intimate, more like duels than chaotic brawls, and they're backed by a hauntingly beautiful soundtrack that just pulls you deeper into the world. What I love most is just how personal everything feels. I mean, you're not just fighting for loot or XP, you're fighting because of why the story demands it. And the minimalist UI keeps you fully locked into that experience without any distractions. Hey, if you're enjoying this video and want to see more like it, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out the channel and lets me know you want more content like this. Alright, back to the video. Symphony of War: The Nephilim Saga. If you've ever wished for a modern Fire Emblem with a dash of ogre battle, Symphony of War: The Nephilim Saga is that dream come true. Instead of controlling single heroes, you command squads of up to 9 units, mixing classes like archers, cavalry, healers, and mages into little armies. Combat feels grand yet personal, as every squad choice can make or break your strategy. The game's pixel art style is gorgeous, and the music has that sweeping old-school JRPG vibe that instantly pulls you into its fantasy world. Story-wise, it's got political intrigue, betrayal, and epic battles, but also enough heart and character moments to keep you invested. It's endlessly replayable because there's no single right way to win. Battle Brothers. Battle Brothers is gritty, ugly, in a good way, and brutally honest. The medieval mercenary simulator that you didn't know you needed. You lead a ragtag brand of sellswords in an open-world sandbox where every contract is a gamble, and every victory comes at a cost. There's no chosen one here. Your men are ordinary and often flawed humans who can die permanently, sometimes from the dumbest mistakes, or just simply bad luck. Combat is tough, turn-based, and heavily influenced by terrain, morale, and equipment. Lose your best fighter because you forgot to give him a helmet? Well, yeah, you'll feel that one. You'll curse the game, then start another run 5 minutes later because you just can't help yourself. The Last Spell. Imagine if Fire Emblem had a wild night out with their billions. That is The Last Spell, a frantic turn-based tactics game where your tiny team of heroes must hold back absolutely ridiculous waves of monsters night after night. By day, you're fortifying your town, repairing walls, and building defenses. By night, all hell breaks loose as hordes of enemies swarm in from every direction. The catch? Your heroes are powerful, but resources are limited. Every spell, every move, every shot counts. The game thrives on its risk-reward design. You can go all in with flashy AoE nukes to clear a crowd, but you might regret it when the next wave arrives and your mana is gone. The pixel art is punchy, the soundtrack is pure adrenaline, and the pace keeps you hooked in that just one more night loop. Troubleshooter Abandoned Children. If XCOM and an RPG had a love child, it would be Troubleshooter Abandoned Children. This Korean tactical RPG is huge. I'm talking hundreds of hours if you really dive in. You lead a growing team of troubleshooters, basically freelance heroes for hire through missions that feel like tactical puzzles, but layered with deep character stories. What sets it apart is customization. Each character has branching skill trees, unique abilities, and gear that can be tweaked in absurd detail. You want a sniper who also heals, or a melee brawler who teleports? Go for it! The possibilities are almost overwhelming, in the best way. The game world is vibrant, with anime-inspired visuals and surprisingly heartfelt writing. Wasteland 3. Alright, picture this. The world's gone full Ice Age apocalypse, and instead of being some lone scavenger, you're leading a squad of desert rangers sent to the frozen wasteland of Colorado. That is Wasteland 3, a tactical RPG where every choice you make can cause massive ripples, from the fate of entire factions to whether a random NPC decides to stab you later. Combat is pure, satisfying turn-based tactics. Think XCOM, but with way more personality and absurd scenarios. But the real magic here is in the writing. One moment you're negotiating with a cult that worships Ronald Reagan, the next you're deciding the fate of starving towns. The humor is dark, the stakes are high, and the consequences are very real. Expeditions Rome. Sometimes I get really tired of the endless fantasy or sci-fi settings with dragons, magic, or laser guns. Now, don't get me wrong, they can be amazing. But every now and then I just want to play in a human world. I mean, a real human world. Expeditions Rome gives you exactly that. You step into the sandals of a Roman commander during the height of the Republic, leading your small elite squad through battles that blend positioning, terrain, and clever tactics. Outside of combat, the game shines with political intrigue. You're making choices that ripple across the Republic, how to treat conquered people, which allies to trust, and even who gets to live or die. And then there's the large-scale warfare. Commanding legions, planning campaigns, and watching the map change based on your actions. Wartales. Wartales drops you into a gritty, low-fantasy world where you lead a band of mercenaries trying to survive in a war-torn land. There's no chosen one prophecy here, just contracts, coins, and keeping your crew fed. It's part open-world RPG, part turn-based tactics, and part survival sim. You roam a massive map, taking jobs, hunting bandits, escorting caravans, and occasionally getting into fights that you really shouldn't have picked. Every decision matters, whether it's how you split loot, who gets better gear, or if you're gonna pay your mercenaries to risk a mutiny. Combat feels weighty, with positioning and coordination being key. And because every merc can be customized down to their weapon type, armor, and perks, your squad quickly feels like your own creation. King Arthur, Knight's Tale. King Arthur Knight's Tale takes the Arthurian legend, dips it in pitch-black fantasy, and asks, what if everyone here was morally questionable at best? You play as Sir Mordred, yes, the guy who killed King Arthur, only to find yourself brought back from death to finish the job, because Arthur's undead now and causing all sorts of problems. This isn't just a simple good versus evil tale. Your choices shape the morality of your character and kingdom. Are you a ruthless tyrant or just a ruler? Your decisions will affect your knights, their loyalty, and even the state of Camelot itself. Combat is classic turn-based tactics on a grid, with an emphasis on positioning, cover, and skill energy. Between missions, you'll rebuild and upgrade Camelot, unlocking new abilities, training grounds, and perks for your party. XCOM 2. Now, when people talk about stressful games, they don't know what stress is until they've played XCOM 2. I swear, I've had more heartbreak in this game than in real life. I mean, one bad 85% shot miss, and my best soldier, gone. The aliens have already won, but you're leading the resistance from a stolen alien ship. Every mission is high stakes, every turn is tense, and the clock is always ticking. Between missions, you're building your base, upgrading tech, and planning your next desperate move. The beauty and pain of XCOM 2 is the attachment you form to your squad. I mean, you name them, customize their gear, watch them level up, and sometimes watch them die. That loss hurts, but it makes every win feel like a miracle. Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. If you've ever wanted to explore the Warhammer 40k universe beyond just endless warfare, Rogue Trader lets you do exactly that, while still giving you plenty of tactical battles to sink your teeth into. The game plays out as a blend of deep narrative role-playing and turn-based tactical combat. Outside of battle, you're making decisions that affect entire planets, choosing who to ally with, who to betray, and how far you'll push your moral compass in a universe where morality is flexible, to say the least. Combat is gridless but highly tactical. Think careful positioning, cover management, and ability synergy between your squad members. You can shape your party however you'd like, from heavily armored bruisers to long-range specialists or psychic powerhouses. Divinity Original Sin 2. I'll be honest, Divinity Original Sin 2 ruined other RPGs for me for quite a while. I mean, its freedom is simply unmatched. You can fight battles however you want, talk your way out of problems, or just sneak around in a barrel to avoid conflict entirely. The story starts with you as a prisoner on a ship, marked with mysterious source powers. Soon you're exploring Rivalon, a gorgeous reactive world where almost everything can be interacted with, stolen, blown up, or simply set on fire, often all at once. Combat is a tactical playground, turn-based with environmental effects like fire, ice, and poison interacting in crazy ways. Positioning matters just as much as your skills. Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 takes the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rule set and turns it into a cinematic, choice-driven tactical RPG masterpiece. You build your character, gather a party of richly written companions, and set out on an epic adventure full of dangerous dungeons, political intrigue, and morally complicated choices. Combat is turn-based and tactical, with a big emphasis on using your environment and abilities creatively. High ground gives you bonuses, grease can be set on fire, and spells can change the entire flow of a fight. The real magic is how much freedom you have. I mean, want to sneak past an encounter entirely? Go for it. Maybe shove a boss off a cliff? Absolutely. Want to romance a vampire spawn? Sure. Why not? I hope you found this video helpful. Be sure to leave a comment below if any of these games caught your eye, or if there are other upcoming releases you'd like to hear about. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing for more gaming content in the future. Thanks for watching.